오이 깜짝이야. 앞으로 계속 붙어야 되는구나. 아우. 아따 더럽게 안 죽네 이거. 약 다 써가는데. 얘 어디 갔냐? 저인가?
You can't run forever, Admiral. There's nowhere to hide now, Rebel.
뭐야. 걸어다닌다? 아오. 어허이. 자꾸 교통사고를 내네. 좀 죽으세요. 왜 이렇게 끈질겨? 아, 눌렀는데. 마지막 바락이구나.
Thank you, Miriam. For everything.
플레이 타임은 30시간 남짓인데 약간 왜 대서사지 이런 느낌이냐?
Professor Eleazar Fig. I dare say he was a beloved professor to many of
아,
you.
피그 교수님
and a
결국 죽었구나.
long-standing colleague to his peers. A famed adventurer and seeker of knowledge, he built a reputation charging into the unknown, brazenly disregarding both discretion and safety, providing perhaps a rather unfortunate lesson for us all. His devotion to adventure was rivaled only by his dedication to Hogwarts. And of course, to his wife, Miriam, whom we lost much too soon as well. Yeah.
Professor Fig represented the best of all of us. He could be deviously clever, possessed a brilliantly inquisitive mind, and was the most loyal of friends.
안녕하세요. 다 끝나고 나서 오셨네.
Remarkable courage, for which we will all be forever indebted to him. If not for Professor Fig, well, I can say with confidence that if not for him, many of us, let alone Hogwarts, would not be here today. Those that knew him best will agree that we must now honor him as only Hogwarts can.
다음은 이사할 거예요.
Wisely, resourcefully, justly, and bravely facing all that lies ahead.
이것도 사놓고 포장을 이제 뜯는데.
Professor Fig.
이스펠가나의 맹세 스위치판. 아, 아니다. 기존에 카탈로그 짧은 게임 뭐 하나 더 하고 할까?
Please meet me as soon.
Never imagined we'd attend a funeral for one of our professors. Glad Weasley spoke for Fig. She honored him. He'll be well remembered. I only wish we could have done the same for Solomon Sallow. I need to go and see Anne soon.
Ominous, there's something I need to tell you. It's to do with Victor Rookwood.
I heard a rumor that he confronted you outside of Ollivander's. Sounds as if you faced quite a fight.
The rumor's true, and I
세바스찬
did,
잡혀갔냐?
but it's not that. Just before Rookwood attacked, he uttered something familiar. The same words Anne heard before she was cursed. Children should be seen and not heard.
Wait, what are you saying?
It wasn't one of Ranrock's loyalists who cursed Anne. It was Victor Rookwood. It was Rookwood all along.
This can't be. The night Anne was cursed, all she saw were goblins.
You see, since Feldcroft was of interest to Ranrock, it became of interest to Rookwood as well. That's why Rookwood was there the night Anne was cursed. He was working with Ranrock. When he saw Anne, well, he didn't want anyone to know that.
So he cursed her. Oh, so cruel. Rookwood got what he deserved. Thank you for telling me. Anne and Sebastian deserve to know, and it should come from me. As we discussed, I spoke with Black. Sebastian's with the headmaster now, but perhaps there's a way to get word to him. When I find out, I'll send an owl.
세바스찬 교장실에 있다고. 아직 카바나직 안 갔니? 당신은 이제 호그와트 레거시의 메인 스토리를 모두 완료해 학년말을 앞두고 있습니다. 스토리 자체는 끝난 것 같은데. 퀘스트가 남은 게 있네. 근데 그거 유비식 그거잖아. 나 그거 안 해. 지도 다 채우기 그런 거 힘들어. 내가 씨 무슨 트로피 러시도 아니고.
Meet me in the Undercroft as soon as you can.
I see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
Of course. It's the sort of thing friends do for each other, isn't it?
I suppose so. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the Three Broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the Three Broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with Highwing, and well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs popping in for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
Nothing wrong with that. Highwing's good company.
She is. Although I am beginning to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my parents and Gran with someone. And share Highwing.
I don't suppose you've heard anything from your parents, have you?
I haven't, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
Does your Gran know that we found the Snidgets?
I couldn't hold it in any longer. I told her everything. She was livid that I'd been anywhere near the poachers. But she confessed that she was rather envious about the Snidgets.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it. And with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer soon. Perhaps Highwing can join us?
얘는 아직도 멀리 있어. 학교에 아니고 이렇게 멀리 있어 얘는.
Wonder who lives here.
Are you ready to finish Harlow?
I'm ready to finish Harlow once and for all. What is your plan?
I received an owl from Mrs. Bickle. She wondered if we were having
자,
a
해리포터에 그런 지팡이 나온 줄도 몰라요.
if we could gather evidence from a friend near Manor Camp.
아니 시장처 나 설정 덕후가 아니야.
Was rather adamant about it.
Precisely.
Harlow knows that we
뭘로?
saved Archie and that we rescued Mr. Rabe. The letter didn't come from Mrs. Bickle, did it?
I do not believe it did. Harlow intends to ambush us.
But now we have the upper hand. We can prepare.
We are stronger than Harlow, and he knows it. That's why he's resorting
정말
to
아바다
this
케다브로 후반에 잠깐 몇 번 깔딱거리니까 끝이네.
Agreed. Let's finish this.
Brilliant. Harlow's reign ends today.
Perhaps we ought to inform Officer Singer of our plans.
I already sent her an owl to let her know that we were following a lead given to us by Mrs. Bickle.
정작 메인 기준으로 별로 써볼 수 있는 기회가 별로 없네요.
She will, but so be it. I am tired of hiding it from her. My mother needs to understand that I will not be safe from the Ashwinders until everyone is. I shall pursue them until they are finished.
너무 오버밸런스로 그런가 봐.
As do you.
That I do.
Keep an eye out. Harlow is likely around here somewhere. I sense he is close.
Where is he?
I do not know. You should look around.
Gullible children, what's right into our trap? Expulso! You're easier to spot than an eruptant. Aha! Back for more.
저걸 때려야 되는데. 끝. 시 아니네. 저기가 시다. 아우.
You're no match for me. Expulso! Little Nat Sione, innit? And her excruciatingly loyal companion. You two have done quite a bit of damage to my business interests. But I must grudgingly give you some credit. What was once a mere annoyance has become remarkably problematic. Fortunately, I pride myself on my problem-solving skills.
어디 갔어?
Potential goes to waste. This will not end in your favor.
뭔 놈의 피가 이렇게 많아. 예. 죽어라. 란로기도 잡았는데 얘를 못 잡을 리가 있나? 아니 차라리 주인공 밖에 냅두지 왜 괜히 감싸가지고. 죽진 않을 텐데 죽을 만큼 아프던 거 저거 그냥.
Are you sure you are up for a visitor?
Yes, Mother. I feel fine, and it will do me good to see my friend.
죽진 않았네.
Very well. But do not overdo it.
not sigh. I know, Mother.
방문했는데 왜 아무런 그게 없니?
It is good to see you, my friend.
I'm glad to see you're doing so well.
I am doing better than it appears. I am only here because my mother insisted, just to be safe. I was relieved when she told me that you were all right.
What on earth possessed you to do something like that?
I don't know, but what other choice did I have? You were in danger.
I am sorry, Natty. It's my fault you got hurt.
What? No. Do not blame yourself for this. The moment that I saw Harlow aim his wand at you, well,
You quickly made the choice to protect me.
I did what I had to, and I would do it again. I could not simply stand there and let you get hurt.
Then I shouldn't feel guilty?
Of course not. There was nothing that you... Oh. Oh my. I cannot believe that it took me this long to see it. He made a choice based on instinct. My father, you, my friend, are no more to blame for my injuries today than I am to blame for my father's sacrifice years ago.
From what I know of him, it seems there's a lot of your father in you.
That's very kind of you to say. I hope that you are right. This has all been a bit much, hasn't it? A battle here at Hogwarts. Everything we have done to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot. But we have done it. Rookwood is dead, Harlow is on his way to Azkaban, and the rest of them are on the run. A few of the dregs will still be about, fighting for their lost cause. But Rookwood's enterprise has fallen apart.
Everything is safer now because of us. Because of you.
Thank you, but we make a formidable team. You, my fellow traveler, have enriched my time at Hogwarts beyond anything I could have imagined. Thank you. I believe your friendship to be one of the most important in my life. Thank you for coming to visit me. It is always good to see you.
메인 퀘스트도 있네. 오로 시험까지 하는 게 나오려나 여기서?
Thank you for coming.
Ominous, I received your owl. What's happened with Sebastian?
He's been expelled, and will soon
아,
face the
대박이야.
ministry. Although Anne wanted to turn him in, I think now she's torn.
아직 가방
I
가겠네.
confess I know how she feels. As much as we all wanted
아무래도
Sebastian to face the
살인인데.
consequences of his actions, it will never be the same without him. Just standing here in the Undercroft without Sebastian feels wrong.
I never thought things would end this way. I hope we did the right thing.
I hope so too.
Were you able to tell Sebastian about Rookwood cursing Anne?
I was. Black let me talk to Sebastian before he left. At first he wouldn't believe it. Then he realized it all made sense. Unfortunately, his anger only grew towards goblins and dark wizards. Anne was shocked too, but in some sense relieved to know the truth about who was responsible.
애는 결국 저주 못 푸는 거야.
Some peace.
I'm glad to hear it. She deserves peace.
She does. Sebastian was my best friend. I can't imagine Hogwarts or anywhere without him. I know you two had grown close, that you were helping each other with more than just finding a cure for Anne. He never gave specifics, but I know it was important. He means a lot to us both. I hope we get the chance to tell him that one day. I know we had a bit of a rocky start, but you've proven yourself as a friend. I'm glad you came to Hogwarts.
여기도 퀘스트가 뭐가 있네. 남은 시간은 뭐 퀘스트 깰 수 있는 건 다 깨고 오늘 마무리 지을까요?
Hello, are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
이것도 맵 특이하네.
Accio! Precisely as planned.
어허이. 이러면 조지는데.
Finesse. Accio!
이러면 나가린데. 잘하긴 잘하네 얘가. 밀어 밀어.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio!
아띠오.
Precisely as planned.
저 공이 사실 각도가 잘 안 나오긴 한데. 망했다.
Such grace.
무리만 안 했어도 이겼는데.
Didn't I say I adore competition?
야발. 그냥 빨간 공이랑 붙여서 그냥 할 걸.
Another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio!
처음부터 너무 잘하는데. 저 공을 또 밀어낸다. 자살. 이건 아니네.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio!
농계 작전 될 뻔했네.
Precisely as planned.
나쁘지 않아.
Nice technique. Accio!
야, 내 거 칠 건 아니지? 설마. 아.
Precisely as planned. Accio!
이겼네, 이건 확실하게.
Nice technique. Wow, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I play by intuition, natural skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now.
야, 그 와중에 앞에
I
또
won't say more than
앞에 한 명 더
that.
있어.
Let's just say he's the best for a reason.
마법의 역사 수업 이런 것도 있었나?
The school is in.
Professor, do you have a moment?
Yes, what is it?
In class, I heard you mention the Toyohashi Quidditch team.
I did. The Toyohashi Tengu are from Japan. Dominant, known for their rigorous training. They practice near the Mahutokoro School of Magic, often battling both tempestuous seas and violent storms, in addition to each other. Tournament play is almost always easier for the Tengu than their training sessions.
I take it you're a fan.
Fan? I was being groomed to play on their team. And I would have been a Tengu, if not for a bit of bad luck.
I know that feeling. Some things are simply out of our control.
And some things are in it. I should have known better. I made my own luck. I was betrayed by someone I trusted. Myself. I did not see clearly and I paid a dear price. My best friend Asuka and I were being groomed to play on the team together. I as keeper and she as chaser. She was breathtaking. She once corkscrewed through 3 players and scored before they even turned their heads. But as trials for the Tengu got closer, she panicked. I did not realize the extent of her panic until it was too late. She wanted so desperately for both of us to play together that she had slipped Felix Felicis into our tea before we were to show them our skills.
Liquid luck. That's illegal, isn't it?
It is indeed. I knew within me
약물 도핑했네.
something was different. I had never played so well. And Asuka was playing more beautifully than I had ever seen. When I confronted her afterwards, she admitted what she had done. I withdrew from consideration immediately.
But it wasn't your fault. You didn't know about the potion in the tea.
It does not matter. My flying that day was not my own. I could not live with myself. So, I withdrew and explained to them why. I burned my broom in disgrace.
What happened to Asuka? Did she burn her broom as well?
Asuka played for the Tengu for 2 seasons.
You didn't report her. Tell them what she'd done.
Her fate was not mine to decide. My fate is in my hands, as your fate is in yours.
Thank you, Professor. I shall remember what you've told me.
The school is in jeopardy. Who knows?
I don't know why you.
선생님이 유령이야.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effects it had on the wizard milling industry.
자면 안 된다. 자면
Many
죽는다고.
goblin battles, countless wizard cloaks were lost. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall.
왜 선생님을
The
따라가야 돼?
rest of the castle, it was completed in the late early Middle Ages. The hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts.
선생님 벽 통과하시는 건 반칙입니다만.
Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name. Lodgok said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day. Now, where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby.
Revelio. Oh, that's not good.
This is a centuries-old law.
Incendio!
Pets. I found that
Revelio. Oh, this isn't the one.
This Grimbold Wolf sounds like a helpful fellow. Not a hero of the rebellion.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. I know the feeling quite well. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Athpuddle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment. Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues.
Sir Skaggletop the Heedless once challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs.
Statue of
뭔데 스크롤이 이렇게 많아.
countenance nestled among the ranks.
Rumor has it.
His fame was not won by vanquishing foes in single combat, nor by and skeletons. Where his warm and approachable demeanor was
Revelio.
everyone to make the waving statue's acquaintance.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Athpuddle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Athpuddle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins. most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
True, but imagine how dull my lectures would be without goblin rebellions to discuss. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. The wise students, such as yourself, will learn from it.
Alohomora.
How can we do so much and accomplish so little?
여기가 아니네. 열고 들어온 건 좀 아는데. (12, 8, 20) 2 7
Revelio.
이번 끝나고 나서도 퀘스트가 좀 보이는구만.
It's an outrage. No one makes a fool of Ferdinand Octavius.
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped.
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one?
보통 집은 하나밖에 없어요.
My other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear, that sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me, of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's why my other frame hung. A hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So, back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all
Hogwarts.
sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Sirona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then.
호그미드였던가 가게가? 아니네. 아닌데 호그미드인 것 같은데 여기. 스리 브룸스틱스가 어디였더라? 술집이던가? 아.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
He truly is rather foul, isn't he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4
지어내는 건
hours
좀
with
에반데.
him last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
찡찡대는데 불쌍해서 그래 찬성서 줘야지. 멀리도 갔다 왔다. 씨.
Oh, nice to see you here.
You've made a mistake.
조용히 그림만 꺼내고 오자.
Hello, Amora.
안에는 경비원들이 없는 모양인데.
Well, it's about time. It's a wonder that at least...
Calm down. I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the 3 broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
Let's get out of here then, shall we?
Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are all ready.
자꾸 혓바닥이 길면 안 데리고 나간다.
Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this.